Hello everyone. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been here. I actually, got a text. Somebody sent me a message saying, Pastor X, what is happening? Like, you haven't posted anything on YouTube, and we waiting, looking forward. Sometimes you have to go and recharge. In Sotho, they say, ho tjhetjhela morao a se o baleya ko kgamatla. Well, ne ke kgamatla le nna ke wa gile matla, and matla re neilwe matla. Yeah, you know that song. It's a pity I can't sing. If I could sing, I was gonna sing it for you. The one eti matla re neilwe. Okay, anyway. Now, neglocha matla and ke khile matla and ke khutlile ka matla. And what is matla? Matla is, well, I've been having people asking and saying, I'm enjoying your books and they are good, nice, but I don't have time to read. I bought 7 and I've finished 3 and I'm struggling to get the others through. And people have been requesting for DVDs, not DVDs, CDs, audio basically. So the good news is, are you ready for this? This is the time where we hit the drum, and we have all of my books on audio. You can get them on audio either by buying a CD, physical CD, or you can buy the CD and we send you a link and you can be able to download it. The nice thing is when you download it directly to your computer or even your phone, and you can listen to it. When you've got the CD, you can listen in the car. Now, this also answers for the men who do not read. Now, ladies, you're going to thank me for this. You're going to be so happy with me, because with a CD, while you're driving either to work or to church or wherever you go together with your husband or taboo or teasers, wherever, now you can just play it. The nice thing about an ear, you cannot block information or sound, not information. You cannot block a sound. You can block information, but you cannot block a sound. So you play it in the car and like, "Hi, baby, while you're driving, let me just listen to this." And then that way they will get it. Now, the couple of CDs that I'm going to show you and briefly explain what each is all about, so that you kind of like understand what is contained there. Now, what I've done is I've made it to be so interesting. Remember, when you read a book, sometimes you might miss the context or what a person or the writer meant. That is why when you fight with your partner, you can be able to fight by writing a text, and whatever that you write, your partner understands something else and something escalates. And this is something that happened, with my son about a week ago, in fact, and he wants a new phone. Okay, a new phone or a phone. Let me put it that way so that you understand the context. And then he says to me that he got an iPhone for a certain amount, and he's like, "No, I've got half of that. Can you help me that with the balance of it?" So the price for that, for an iPhone, it's something that, I was like, "No, you can't get an iPhone for that amount, 4.5. And then I say to him, why would you want to buy a second-hand phone as opposed to save that money and then I top you up and you buy a brand new phone?" And he sent a message saying, "Who said it's a second-hand phone?" All right. Now, to me, that sounded disrespectful. All right. Now, the way I'm saying it, but if I'm reading it, who said it's a second-hand phone? I picked up an attitude from that. But when I'm saying it, who said anything about a second-hand phone? You know, based on the pitch of my voice and how I said it, the tone, you can be able to pick up that there's nothing sinister to that message. It's just, you know, a question, and in fact, it's a friendly question. So the books, when now you're reading, there's no opportunity to interact there. But the nice thing with now the CDs is that whatever that is on the book, I have added a narration to it so that you understand it. There are certain things that people will not grasp by reading. So now with the CDs, you get more detail. Believe it or not, this is not too long. Each CD, I've made every effort to make sure that we keep it at most at about 1 hour, 30 minutes. That's like driving from Joburg to Rustenburg. Yeah? It's not that bad. So just one trip. When you come back, you can listen to another one. Road trip with Pastor X. You know, I'm invading now even that space. Imagine listening to driving from Joburg to where? To Nelspruit, for an example. And you're listening to the sex CD, this one. And you get one of the tips there and you decide to pull on the side of the road and you just do the practical, you know, listening to theory, and then practical on the side of the road. Kinky, right? Anyway, so the books, here's the first one. This is for women. It says, women, you must never, how to respect your husband. Basically, this is just a biblical principle on how to respect your husband. And what I'm talking about there is respecting your husband, one, the godly way. Number two, how they want to be respected, not how you want to respect them. And then the next one is husband management. Now, this is not to manage your husband, but this is about dealing and coping and managing, dealing with a husband who's abusive, lying, cheating, immature, unbelieving, and so forth. So all of us at some point we experience that, and you need to be equipped on how to handle it when it happens or when you are dealing with it. Now, this is for men. Finally, this is for men. Gents, make sure that you get this. Ladies, get this for your men. Doing her right. All right. It's all about how to love your wife, how best to love your wife the way she wants to be loved, not the way you know love to be or how you want to love her. This one, blended family. Now, the statistics are saying out of 10 families, at least 7 are blended families. Blended, either one of you or both of you brought kids from previous relationships, or others even adopted your siblings or adopted your sister's child or adopted kids, but there's kids in the house who are not biologically ours. Okay, and then this one, marriage turning point. Marriage turning point, I'm looking here at 17 or 18 things that could affect your marriage, that every marriage at some point it will have, a curve. That turning point, where does it find you? In what kind of state you are in. And those 17 things will address most of the issues that you could ever face in your marriage. What do you do when you get to that space and things are changing? They could change for the worse or for the better. What do you do? And then this one, I'm not going to say anything about this one. All right, this happily ever after betrayal, one way or the other, at some point you will betray each other. And betrayal will result in trust being tampered with. In this CD, I'm talking mainly here about sexual betrayal and financial betrayal from your partner. So how do you deal with that? when it happens, how do you make sure that you recover? And I'm saying there, and I'm assuring you that it can happen. And when it has happened, you can still have a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage, regardless of what has happened. And one of my best selling in the top 3, who is speaking to my partner. This is a communications audio that says that how to relate to each other communication wise. As a man, how to communicate with a woman. What are the things that women understand here that you don't and you will never understand or hear in million years as a man? And also as, a woman, how to communicate with a man. Sometimes we just look at you like, only to find out you're not even listening. You lost us, on the second sentence. All right. You might be going through a divorce. You might be saying, you know what, you've tried everything, you've given it your all. Or you might even have come to me and you're still thinking, you know what, I don't see this working. Maybe just listen to this. Just listen to this before. The nice thing, it helps you, that CD, it helps you, number 1, to know that you are making a right decision. Number 2, it gives you a glimpse of what is awaiting you on the other side. It's not always as glamorous as like, I'm getting rid of him, I'm getting rid of her, and I'm going to be happily ever after. It's not that easy, okay? So if it's not that easy, how do you cope with that? Maybe, just maybe, who knows, you might even change your mind. All right, and then the last one, closing open doors before you say I do. Now, this is something that all of us should do, in fact. It's something that sometimes when I sit and think about it, I say to myself, probably it should be compulsory for every single person who wants to get married that they go through premarital counseling. It should be a must. All right. Now, if you want any of those CDs, make sure that you contact us via WhatsApp 083-3317-350, or you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and then you can DM us there. Failing which, you can also click right at the bottom here of what you are watching now. Click subscribe, and then you can be able to connect with us, and make sure that you tell your friends about us that they need to click here for all the material that they need. Thank you so much, and may God richly bless you and continue, to strengthen your relationship, to strengthen your marriage, that in whatever that you do, you may use wisdom and lean not on your own understanding. Remember, marriage is not for you. Marriage is for God. You are just there to glorify Him. And if you khula, buyisela into zikaNkulunkulu kuNkulunkulu, let God take charge of it, because it's His after all. May God bless you, and you have a wonderful time.